Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video from your favorite channel, Intrigue Media. We have an interesting one for you, as always, so hold tight. Before we get into it, I'd like to ask you to go subscribe to our channel if you do like the work that we put into these videos. That way you never miss any new content. Okay, now let's hop into the video. Here are the top 5 most expensive pieces of military equipment. Number 5, the F-18 Super Hornet. The Super Hornet is an update to the Hornet that is intended for long-term use, so much so that it is expected to continue seeing use even once its successor, the F-35, starts seeing use. Most examples are being used by the Navy, which means the most of them are stationed on aircraft carriers. Each Super Hornet comes with a 20mm gun that is meant to see use in emergencies, as well as a full arsenal encompassing air-to-air missiles, air-to-ground missiles, and even laser-guided bombs. The Super Hornet is believed to cost between 50 and 70 billion. Number 4, the F22 Raptor. In total, the F22 Raptor costs more than $79.2 billion, which makes sense considering that it is a top-of-the-line stealth fighter. As a result, it should come as no surprise to learn that it has 2 short-range air-to-air missiles and 6 medium-range air-to-air missiles, which are supposed to enable it to blast its opponents out of the air before they can even notice its presence. However, it is interesting to note that it carries bombs as well, so that it can perform in other missions as well. Number 3, Virginia-class submarine. Despite being a less expensive counterpart to the Seawolf-class submarine, the Virginia-class submarine costs $83.7 billion. In brief, it is a nuclear-powered attack submarine meant to serve in littoral waters as well as the open ocean. As a result, it comes with a wide array of weaponry, which include but are not limited to mines, torpedoes, and even Tomahawk missiles. Number 2, Arleigh Burke DDG-51 Destroyer. Quite the name. A single Arleigh Burke costs $1.843 billion, while all of the Arleigh Burkes in existence have cost about $101.8 billion. Like other destroyers, it is a small but fast and maneuverable warship intended to protect bigger ships from short-ranged attackers. But it is interesting in that it makes extensive use of guided missiles. Said weapons range from anti-aircraft missiles and anti-surface missiles to Tomahawk missiles that can be used for strategic purposes. Of course, the Arleigh Burke is also armed with other equipment such as torpedoes, 5-inch guns, and mine detectors, thus enabling it to serve in an even wider range of roles. Number 1, F35 Lightning II. The F-35 has become infamous for its ever-rising cost, which is expected to reach an estimated $1.5 trillion over the estimated 5.5 decades of its useful lifespan. In part, this is because it has spent more than a decade and a half in a development, thus racking up year after year of development costs. However, it should be noted that this is because the F-35 is expected to be able to fulfill a number of roles, with examples ranging from the F-35A, which will use standard takeoff and landing, to the F-35B, which will use short takeoff and vertical landing, and the F-35C, which will use takeoff and landing suitable for use on an aircraft carrier. It remains to be seen whether the F-35 stealth, superior sensors, and supersonic speed will enable it to live up to its reputation as the best fighter jet. But what is known that a single plane will cost at least $100 million. That is all for today's video, everybody. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to go hit that thumbs up button on this video, tell your friends, and of course, subscribe for another one. Have a good one.